It hurt my heart. Those were the words from Armstrong head boys basketball coach Darryl Watts after seeing the images from protests last weekend in Richmond, his hometown. It was then that Watts decided that just talking about the events following the death of George Floyd wasn't enough, which led him to reach out to other area coaches to create the group 804 Coaches for Change and start an open dialogue on social issues.
Man, what a day. What a day. This started out on Monday with a small idea, and we expanded. We talked to about 3 or 4 coaches.
Arthur Ashe being here was significant. Being in front of this was significant. He is a son of this Commonwealth, and I just thought it was meaningful that we talk about social injustice with the backdrop being Arthur Ashe.
Like we said, Sean, just now, it's a wealth of coaches out here representing their schools, but also here for the cause. It's here to fight racism and inequality.
I'm a white college basketball coach for the last 24 years. I've prided myself on taking care of my players, loving them, mentoring them, pushing them. Many of them African Americans. I've failed them, and I've failed many of you. I gotta do better. I gotta do better. I hear you. I'm listening to you. I hear my players. I'm listening to my players.
When you hear, Mike Rose, a white man, talk about racism and things needing to change, that's powerful. That's somebody that people look up to, and the kids will look up to.
But I'm going to challenge all of us to hold each other accountable, like Dell said, but also those that are in power, those politicians. And I know we got one out here in Justin Fairfax, but we got to vote. And if people don't have our interests in mind, we vote them out.
We want to build people and communities up and not tear people and communities down. And these coaches and the teachers and staffs and parents and young people have come together and said that we are going to step into that first year, the next 400 years, in a very different way.
You are all here because you are listening to the voices and the cries of the black community. To be successful as a leader and be successful in anything in life, you have to listen. We have to listen to our black community who's screaming out right now. Our country does, our community does. We also have to listen to our young people.
We're going to be doing stuff throughout the year, gathering all our teams together on leadership, accountability, financial literacy, how to interact with people in authority. So we're looking forward to a great turnout moving forward.
The protest started at the Arthur Ashe statue. Then the coaches walked almost a mile and a half to the Robert E. Lee statue where it ended. Everyone we spoke to said this was not a one-time thing, that there will be weekly communication amongst the coaches and with players at their respective schools. Before the event, Coach Watts from Armstrong said if at least 25 coaches from the area showed up, they viewed it as a success. At last count, over 100 schools from all levels across the state were represented at today's protests. That's the latest from the CBS 6 Sports Desk.